What's going on, good people? It's your boy Gaming Dad. Happy Monday to all, and to all a good night. Your boy has had a very eventful past week. My boys got put out of the playoffs. You know, man. What do? They're middle schoolers. Emotions, man. These kids gotta know how to control their emotions. Every day I go to work, man, I see the importance of having a father in the home. The basketball kids that got a father in their home, their emotions is pretty much, kind of controlled. Those that don't have it, man, they be all over the place, man. Little stuff to get them, a bit out of shape. If they don't get a call, they spend time like, I'm not getting a foul, man. I digress. Your boy don't feel good. Oh, I'm not gonna claim that. I do feel good. I just got a little chest cold I'm trying to get rid of. I don't know, it came out of nowhere either. It was like, before you know, I was coughing up phlegm. I thought, what's going on with this here? Then I started to think, I was like, you know what? I have not been juicing like I'm supposed to. So throughout the day, I'm be drinking this nice lemon balm tea to kind of, keep my voice from sounding too raspy. But it's hot. It is hot. and I don't want to burn my whole tongue off, but your boy need this. So bear with me tonight as I get my sip on. Oh, what's on, Georgia boys? CMG in the house. Steve M. What's going on with my girl Geeky? She did chime in on the Discord, but haven't seen her in a minute. I hope all is well. Let me get these names on the board when I'm thinking about it. What's going on? Let's see who else. Steve M. I can get Steve M on the board. All right. I'll give a little minute before I go through the comments. Let's see. What else has been going on? School started back today. All these schools, we do our drills, our active shooter drills. So, that was today. Wasted a bunch of time. I mean, I'm telling you, it's not a waste of time. It just wasted some time I was not expecting to lose today. I was expecting to do some other things. But it happens, it is what it is. Who am I to complain? GT, what's going on with you, man? Great Tactics in the building. All right, I'll get you on the board where I got it up here. If I can. All right, got 11 people on the board already. Don't forget, good people, read that first comment. Hit that like button for your boy. Man, it's not any like heavy news, man. But you know what, man? I gotta say, what's going on with I'm sorry, retrospective J. I don't flow well off my tongue. So RJ, it will be. What's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Hey, RJ, if you have not been before, I think you have been here before, but your boy give out a free Nintendo eShop card every Monday night. By saying hi tonight, you have just chimed in. Appreciate you. But I'm just gonna get on a little rant today. You know what, man? I cannot stand when people they have like their thumbnails or whatever, or their titles of their particular YouTube videos is false leading. I can't stand that. And you know who did it again today? My boy from Michigan, Switch Force. I said, man, if you don't stop this, man, because you get drawn in. To me, that today was legit clickbait, legit. It's like, man, say what you want to say, man. If this is what you want to talk about, just say you want to talk about this. Here. Don't clickbait into something else. That's like nobody. People are not coming to watch your video based upon this illusion. I hate that. I just cut the video off real hard, like waste my time on this madness. But it is what it is, man. All right, let me get into some of the comments. But yeah, that just mad. That just made me. I wanted to drop kick him like right through the screen. This flat out just running, just drop kicking. Boom. Like, man, we come for your. He gonna say, switch 2 times the power. Man, I was so mad. If you need views, man. If you that big and you need views like that, then man, you need to find that job. Let me pimp my time out like that. SOC in the building. What's going on with you, my brother? Welcome. Ruben says hello to everyone. What's going on, Ruben? How you doing, man? Of course, your boy GD is on the board tonight. What's going on, good people? Hit that like button. Dave Dub said, what's up? What's going on, Dave? How you doing, man? Welcome. Candy P in the building. She's been on a little hiatus, but that's all right. We see you, girl. Candy P, what's up? Ruben, oh man, appreciate you. He says, with the super sticker, he said, Shabba Dog in the combat position. I got you. Let's see. Candy over there representing Twitch in the building. Say, yo, I tuned in over here too. That's right. Get that twice dub. If you're new to the channel, you have not, don't forget your boy. If you also watch us on Twitch, we simultaneously here on Twitch and on YouTube, you can chime in twice. You get yourself 2 chances to win on our wheel. You said, what? What's the wheel? Oh, let me show you what the wheel is. Ah, there it is. The wheel is up there. You can see right now your name is on the wheel. And at the end of the night, we do a process of elimination to give yourself a chance at that luxurious $10 holla. Could be you tonight. All right. Georgia boys in the building. What's going on? This is my guy, man. One of my kids from a basketball team, man. Great young man. Great. I mean, just you know what? You know how kids grow up. You're like, man, he's a kid. Like this guy, he is a kid, but he has such a servant's heart, man. And I wish more kids had his heart. But don't worry. Listen, next year, man, we're gonna get you working this summer, buddy. Get you strong so we can get you out there playing. Steve M in the building. Saying, what's up, Gaming Dad? Hello, Gaming Dad. What's going on, Steve? CMG, of course, my guy. So what's up, GD? So what's up to the chat? SOC says, as Jay-Z once said, Nintendo don't beat them Chargers like Rocky. Yeah, Nintendo did beat them Chargers on a technicality too. It was like, we're like, well, you know what? Well, your kids didn't read it because your kids didn't buy it. Please forgive me. I'm gonna be coughing tonight. I know I am. And, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, Nintendo, man, they ducked and dived that one. You know, they was like, not guilty. That Jay-Z and that R. Kelly song. Not guilty. Yeah, man, they escaped the technicality. So Joy-Cons, if they break, they're your fault. They ain't Nintendo's fault. But you can buy another one though for $49.99. Shout out to Nintendo. Your boy is a shareholder. I bought some more shares today. Ooh, CMG said it was 5 degrees in New York City on Saturday. Man, listen. That's why I don't complain. I got up this morning. It was like maybe 20. It was like 29. My windows was froze a little bit. Cut the car on for a minute, let it heat up, and I was on my way. But if I went outside and it was 5 degrees, and see, cats from the north, they understand this next phrase, and a lot of people from the south, they don't understand. When it's so cold, when you go outside, that your nose hairs instantly freeze. That's cold. Or when you breathe in, it feel like you got like you just swallowed a bunch of nails because it's so cold. Yeah, that 5 degrees. That's about cold. We not even chiming in. Probably the wind chill. Cause y'all off the water. It's probably like maybe like 5 below, 5, 10 below. That's the part of it I don't miss about the north. I miss the snow. I just don't miss the cold. That cold wind, buddy. You be like, man, I'm just tired. Said CMG, I was tuned in to your live last night for a second. Good stuff. Yeah, you know what, man? Listen, CMG's live is always good. I try my best to catch as much as I can. Because some stuff, man, he did be saying be so funny. It'd be funny because it'd be like a reality check. Like, you know, I feel him totally. GT in the biz said, I bought Hard Wars and got the deluxe version to play 72 hours earlier. Yeah, you gotta let me know how it's got a lot of great reviews, man. Even IGN, I think IGN gave like a 9. So I definitely want to check that one out for sure. Let's see. Steve M says, did you see someone on Twitter made a website to track down anyone who plays a new Hardware Legacy game? I understand why people would boycott the game, but it's not right to bully others about it. What listen, maybe I missed this. What is the reason for boycotting and bullying the game? I don't understand. Maybe I missed that. Retrospector J in the building say, hey, welcome. Ruben says, hey again. Retrospector J says, OMG, Steve M, that's crazy. These guys have no life. Probably the same people who showed Scott's information. Oh, we got a troller. Oh, I hate that. Let's see. CFG laughing says anyone else a no it's like I don't 30th anniversary. Said it's so beautiful. I remember watching the show Adult Swim. No, you know what? I don't remember this show. I wish I had snow here because the author is a Trump supporter. I don't know this guy's. I don't know. This guy is something else. All right. GT says, well, according to Steve M, I'm on a website list and the not the type of list people usually end up on. Well, Steven says there's some people boycotting Harry Potter because of J.K. Rowling being anti-trans. Some boycotters are going after Harry Potter fans. Oh man, listen. Man, listen. Love you. If that's your thing, man, that's your thing. I'm all right with that. You know what? Just don't try to force your thing on me. That's all I like to say. I don't care either way. If that's how you like it. I mean, who am I to say what you're supposed to like? All I'm gonna say is that you know what. I mean, I just live my life by a different a different set of rules and standards, and so. But I'm not gonna judge you. Even those people who are you know what who believe in the Bible who are truly Christians, if they truly believe in the Bible, God says, "Judge not; it should be judged first." He also said, "Love thy neighbor as thyself." So if that's what they feel like they want to be, you know what, everybody's gonna be held accountable to their own sins, no matter if they think they're right or wrong, including me, including everybody else. So I know there's someone else that's a judge that's higher than me, and I'll let him do all the judging. Made this turmeric, and it's a turmeric ginger lemon balm tea. I needed that. I needed that really bad. That's quite tasty. Yeah, man. Listen, Steve, man. I think people sometimes, man, they get too caught up into what other people are doing. My only issue is that you know what, and I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Listen, I mean, I believe in God. I believe in what He says. And I don't believe in the act of homosexuality. I just don't. I don't judge people because that's not my taste. You know what? Ain't what I'm gonna teach my children either. It's not my taste. It could be your taste, fine. But I don't like it. Every time you get to a show and that and like if shows started off and they start off with an agenda that's saying that's so pro homosexual, and I was like, you know what? Okay, I could understand from the beginning. I don't waste my time. I hate that I watch the show, I get into it, waste my time, and maybe about the third or fourth episode, it's like, bam, get two dudes kissing. It's like, oh man, God. That's what The Last of Us did for me. It's like, what, man? What? I said, oh man, I had to leave that junk alone. Not just me, you know what? No, I ain't. I can't worry about everybody else. Love you, and that's what you like that. All right. So let's see. GT says buying Hardwork's legacy and agreeing with J.K. Rowling's views on LBGT BLT trans people are not mutual exclusive. Agreed. Listen, I don't know I don't know how you can dislike a person for having views on something. Everybody got views, man. It's like, you know what? We can agree to disagree. That's how I feel like. We can disagree. You know what? This is how you feel. Fine. I, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and try to force you to feel otherwise. You know what? When people see you, people who understand Christianity, when people see you, they're supposed to see Christ. So if you feel like this is something wrong, you still have to be as the Bible says, as gentle as a dove, but as cunning as a snake. Meaning that you have to you have to be persuasive in a manner that's loving. So, I pray one day that those people come to the light and figure it out and get themselves right before they leave this earth. Because you know what, the Bible tells some tales that that's not going to be in their favor. And I'm gonna leave. Before I get into too much, I'm gonna leave it at that. All right, cause y'all didn't come to hear that. Y'all come to hear. Let's talk about some news. Where's my boy SOC? He supposed to be moderating. He probably out doing his thing. Let's see. GT says some people could be buying the game simply because they like the medium of Harry Potter. Like, listen, if I pick up the game and I think I just might, I'm buying it because I like Harry Potter. Like I'm a Harry Potter fan. I love the movies. You know what? I didn't read the books. I was a late bloomer, but when I got onto the movies, I was like, man, this is good. And I'm a fan, man. Listen, they don't control my pockets of what I buy, so they can boycott me all they want to. I don't care. Absolutely don't care. I'm buying the game because it looks fun. Exactly. Buying it doesn't mean you hate trans people. Exactly. I was like, people sometimes, emotions. I just talked about it earlier. Emotion. People tend to people don't have true guidance at home, man. They tend to dig so hard and so deep into their personal feelings instead of saying the reality of it. The reality of it, man. I can't control that person. That person can't control me. So why should I care? Now I care about, you know what? Now, like me as a parent, I have to micromanage that because I have children that's growing up. They're gonna make choices. So I got to make sure they make choices according to the way I was raised. And so if people don't like that, that's fine. You listen until they come over here and start paying on this mortgage and do some other things in this house. They can kick rocks. D. Williams says, he says Sefer Art. D. Williams says, I tried Hi-Fi Rush for about an hour or so, and it's pretty fun so far. I started on hard because I used to play rhythm games. It's trickier than I thought to balance the rhythm, attacks, and dodging. I've not yet. But you know what? I don't have basketball no more. So maybe, just maybe, on Thursday, I might get in some play. David said, I might have to go to the lower difficulty because I was struggling with the first two bosses. Okay. GT says, sad activists don't understand reality is a complex thing. Not everything is black and white. Exactly. Everything is not always on the straight and narrow. And you know what? We just gotta navigate it the best way we can. A lot of times, people believe and think that everyone should think and believe like they should. And I respect that it's a lot of people here who don't agree with me and don't think with me, and that's fine. But you can't just force your thoughts on your ideology on me, and especially put this accepted just because you say it or this is what you do. It has nothing to do with you. It just happened, a lot to do how I choose to live my life. SOC says, I was trying to find news on Madden 23 on Game Pass, and I stumbled upon CMG's tweet about Madden not being on Stadium. See, that's funny. That's funny. Oh man, that was, oh man. I hope I'll laugh a lot tonight because I'm gonna be coughing like crazy. Man, I'm waiting to see what the Switch version looks like. It's probably gonna run like doo. You know what, man? I feel like the same thing, man. I just feel like that. If it's running bad on PS5, if it's having issues on PS5 already, one can only imagine that this version is going to be a cloud version. I would not surprise me If all of a sudden they say, "Oh, you know what, it's coming this day," the cloud version. You know what? They didn't let it load. They didn't let nobody know at first. But man, listen, they're gonna get so much negative feedback. They might sell 1,000 copies if it went to cloud. But yeah, but I don't know, man. I don't know how they make that happen. Lots of Vaseline will be on the Switch version. Hey GT, did you order it on Steam or did you order it like on your PS5 or something? That's Steve, but on GT. Can I start forcing the guerrilla tactic to be anti-pirate? He would fight that to the very end. I remember when you got on Switch 4 for crying. I, you know what, man? Listen, I was, you know, I'm sorry. I gotta apologize. I apologize, Switch 4. I mean to get on T for crying. Now, listen, man, if he's had some real, some real tragedy, man, to lose your boy, I get that. You lose your boy that's been on the show. I mean, to be honest, I prefer Switch Force when it was both of them together. Yeah, but but yeah, I did get onto it. I'm sorry. that you could try SOC. That's so funny. So yeah, I bought her on Steam. Okay, so let me. So does it come out the same day as Steam? I thought the Steam version got delayed. If it comes out the same day as Steam, I'm gonna buy it on Steam as well. Yeah, it has to be a cloud version. Don't make don't make the game. You know what? Listen. Yeah, I don't know, man. Listen, delay that bad boy and just put it. That's a game, man. Listen, fine, delay it and let it come out fresh onto a new system next year, so it can have that opportunity to at least be respectable. That's my feeling. Just delay that bad boy, let it come off onto another system. We'll call it then. But I don't want no more Vaseline games. I think I'm after having a Steam Deck, you get like this, like man, I'm like Cube, no Vaseline. To me, listen. On the side note, no Vaseline is probably my favorite diss record of all time. All time. I think it's better than Hit 'Em Up. I think it's better than Ether. No Vaseline is an absolute classic. The 10th of this month on Steam. I'm downloading the game now, so bad. It. I think he said I'm able to play it tomorrow. Says I got the. You know what? Is it too late to buy the deluxe version? I think I might do that too. Matter of fact, if I want to buy it, I'm gonna buy the deluxe version as soon as if I can still buy it when I get off the stream. But yeah, I won't do that. I gave up on Switch Force long ago. Hope y'all keep RGT in his prayers up though. Dude had a heart attack. Yeah, listen. He okay. Listen, I'm not gonna say this to judge him. All right, bet. I appreciate you, GT. I'm not gonna get down on RGT, man, but he gotta change his lifestyle, man. You gotta change. Listen, and I believe, like, you know what? Who is it? Player Essence and Spawn Wave. They've been like shooting shots at him, man. Like he needs to change the ways. You gotta let that smoking go, man. Your body wasn't designed. Listen, I don't care what anybody say. Your body wasn't designed to abuse that. The Bible, one of the deadly sins is what? Gluttony. You know what? If you do that, something you do that every day, multiple times a day, then you're addicted. And then you know what? Your lungs can't handle it. I got a father, you know what, who he smoked all his life. And then you know what? He had a stroke. And luckily, he was a blessing he had the stroke. Because he had the stroke and they found out that, hey, you know what? This dude got cancer in his lungs. So they had to cut off a quarter of his lungs. So now he got 75% of his lungs. Barely move. You know what kind of life, man? To smoke a cigarette? Man, y'all crazy. I would never. Yeah, so So I pray that he does change his lifestyle and you start to do some things a little bit healthy. Probably need to give them cats start working out. And take care of your body, man. You only get one. Like and my second job, not even my teaching job, my second job on out here. You know, I deal with clients, man, who abuse drugs, man. Like it's no way. It's no way you can say, you know what? Today I'm going to smoke meth. There's no way. There's no way, man. I've seen the destruction. But what's happening is that some of these kids, they out here thinking like, oh, I'm out here smoking this weed and perp and whatever they call this stupid stuff, but it's being laced with other stuff, and so they get caught up into that mess, man. It's crazy. I would never. I don't care what anybody say. If that's what you want to do, you have it. I've been threatening my kids for all their life. Like, you smoke drugs, I'm gonna kick you out. And I hope my kids is watching right now. Your daddy would kick you out the house. Smoke drugs if you want to. I'm going to saying bye-bye, baby. He said, it's ironic he had a heart attack because he recently quit smoking and was exercising. Yeah, so you know what? Listen, he finally started being healthy, but it must have been like too much. Well, okay, that's good. I didn't know he stopped smoking. That's, you know what? That's really, really good. Really, really good for him. But yeah, it was probably he probably was smoking so long, man. You know, like his gums is probably black in his shirt. Yeah, you gotta. Whew. I'm glad. Listen, I praise God every day that I never picked up that habit. I never, when I was introduced to it, I turned away from it. I'm glad. Excuse me, sorry, good people. You gotta forgive me for the belch. This tea is doing it to me. So what's wrong with Switch Force? Said anyone under 40 should know better than that to smoke. I mean, it's on the label. It's like when you buy the box, it's on the label. It says this stuff may cause cancer. And people are like, sure, I don't care. Be puffing it up, boy. I was seeing people this morning, like super cold outside. It's cold outside. How can you be out there smoking? It's crazy. I shake my head every day. I'm not trying to be judgmental. I just don't do it. I don't see the purpose in it. Now, listen. Okay, back to Switchforce for the hot second. I like the brother's content. I just don't like when he clickbaits, and he does it. He does it often enough to make me mad. It's like, you know what? Don't waste my time. So when you get older, I'm going to be 48. So I look at my time totally different. Like, I don't want you wasting my time. Don't give me no fluff. I hate that. Like, I don't like excuses. I'm like, man, I don't want to just get it right. Just do the right thing. That's my issue. You know what I'm saying? I like, he from my hometown. We represent the Lions and the Pistons. You know, I get it. But when he do stuff like that, listen, I be wanting to say, hey man, say what you're gonna say. Don't be saying, don't let your title say one thing and then you transition to another thing. Then I'm mad. Don't waste my time. Let's see. Kenny says, yeah, definitely a reality check for sure. I hope that he takes this incident seriously and start to actually take care of himself. Yeah, you know what? He can't go hardcore. You know what? One thing I've learned as I gotten older is that even while going to the gym, I can't just start off like I used to when I was in college. When I was in college, I could take a week or two off and then go right back in ham. It's like I gotta ease into it. It's like ease into a process to get myself back into a position where I can start lifting heavy weight. But I'm just glad I got my own. Like everybody has their own little things that they deal with, man. From if it's not, his is smoking, of course, but mine's is sweets, man. I went and bought I've been doing real good by not eating sweets, but I saw these little Debbie snickerdoodle cream pies. I said, what is this madness? I ate that whole damn box. I think I gave my son one. I ate the whole box. It was like maybe 8 or 10 of them in there. I smashed them last night, middle of the night. And I don't do that very often, but like tonight was my night. Oh man. Says nothing's wrong with Zach. I like the channel better in its beginning stage. Yeah, we'll tell you when it was him and Gabe, that it gave them a nice balance. You know what? I just remember, them, at the, during the when the Switch first came out. You know what? This is a good question, man. What channels were you guys watching at the beginning of the Switch life? Like before, like when it was like the NX, like that lead up to Switch. You knew Switch was coming, but that lead up to Switch. Who was y'all watching? I just remember the same time. I think I watched um who did I watch a lot of? I watched a lot of Player Essence. I remember Spawn Wave. I was watching Spawn Wave. I was really into Super Metal Day 64. I mean, I still like Super Metal Day 64. Um, who else was thriving? It was this other channel, man. I can't think of the name of it, man. He would do like these mock concepts or what he thought the Switch would be. And I used to watch his channel a lot too. And I think like maybe that last month before the Switch came out, man, I watched K&D, man, every day. Relentless. Like his content was so dope. He had the best concept to go out there and spend 30 days in New York. First of all, shout out to his parents for providing that economic income for him to be able to make those kind of moves. Or matter of fact, he probably I think he had a big channel before then. However, here or there, but to me that was dope. Super smart, super dope to go out there and spend a month in line every day waiting for the Switch. That was dope. That was great content every day. It was like a 30-day soap opera. You kind of it was so good, man. It was like it make you almost want to go back and rewatch some of the video because it was dope. That was a SOC said, man. The NX days, man. Well, that was a great time, man. Great. That's right. Obi-Wan. I did used to watch a lot of Obi-Wan. I did love to watch a lot. Dot Trey, my guy, man. Oh man, what it do, bruh? Talking to town, Nintendo. Dot Trey still holding it down. Yeah, Dot Trey, that's the guy, man. Why I like Dot Trey, man. I said this before, man. I love his content because he don't waste my time. He get right to the point. He say what he got to say. He in and out. Videos 2-3 minutes, maybe 5 minutes at the most. He show you the proof. He said, "This is what I got." And that's it. And to me, that's content at its purest. Not a bunch of fluff. Not a bunch of what ifs. No, just get to the point. Yeah, so definitely shout out to Doc Trey and Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan plays, boy. Yeah. Obi-Wan is he's that guy. But you know what though? I'm gonna tell you, listen, when I first got this is a real story. Anybody that knows me know I started my channel I got the Switch Lite early. That's how my channel started. I was at a Walmart getting my oil change, and it was a week before the Switch Lite was supposed to be out on shelves, and it was on the shelf. And I was like, I asked the old lady from Walmart, I said, "Hey, can I buy that?" She said, "Absolutely, baby." Walked on over there. It rung up. I was like, "Bet." And so I started, what? And so when I got it, I started posting, and I went on Obi-Wan's show. And I was like, "Hey, man, I got the Switch Lite." He was like, "Man, you're lying, dog. You're lying, man. You lying. You lying." I said, "All right." I went on Player Essence. I said, "Hey, man, I got the Switch Lite early." And man, you're lying, man. Get hit. I mean, Player Essence, he was raw with it. I was like, "Man, Player Essence, if you was right in my face, I'll punch you." So, but then I went on Twitter. I went to Spawn Wave. I said, "Hey, I got it early." And I sent him the pictures. And then he responded, was like, "Hey man, can I use this on my story tomorrow?" I'll say, "Absolutely." And so the day after I got it, if you can go back and check the video, Spawnway sponsored me. The part about it, my channel Gaming Dad channel wasn't started, so it was underneath my my DJ name. So if you know my DJ name, then you know that's he posted I posted on that Twitter account. Hold on, people, my voice starting to go away. Sorry about that. But yeah, well, once that happened, you know what? It was just the birth. And so I'm so glad I listened to my friends, man. My friends were like, Dave, man, you know what? Make an unboxing video and post it and see what happens. And I posted it. And boy, it was like I was getting so many responses. Hey man, play this game, play this game, play this game. And for I was playing games left to right, putting it out there, man, and it kind of took off. I wish the channel was a little bit bigger, but that's how it started, man. The good old days. Those were the good days, man. Let's see. My bad. I'm gonna get back to some of these. So, Steven said, "Do you watch Kit and Crystal, formerly known?" I have not watched them since they made that transition to doing their own channel. They got some good content that's mostly family friendly. You know what? I probably need to check them out. Nope, I have not. I'm still like I still watch NVC. Do you might still watch NVC? I like it because they have it in podcast form too. So when I'm out driving, I can watch it, listen to it. Said Nintendo NX was a crazy time. Yeah, it was. Said, did you like Doc Trey? No, we want. Oh yeah, my guys talk about that. Them Girl Scouts are no joke. They camped outside of GameStop and Target selling them boxes of cookies, even in the cold and rain. They even made signs in the parking lot directing traffic. Golly, shout out to Girl Scouts cookies, man. But you know what, man? First of all, one, the Girl Scout cookies are smaller. Two, they way more expensive. It's like, man, like I've been wanting to support them. I think, man, boxes is too small and too expensive. Before I used to buy like boxes of the s'mores. I was like, now, no, I'll just take one. One box for the season. I tend to not watch console specific channels. You know what, Liz? I did in the beginning because I was really hyped on the Switch. That decision of the Switch, and saying this on a personal note, I would tell you, listen, I've said it on my channel before, and those of you who are, if you are investors or non-investors, I'm telling you, this is a good time to buy Nintendo stock. It's only like $10, like almost $11 a share. I'm telling you, it's gonna jump. It's gonna jump once this next Switch comes out. It's gonna jump. I'm telling you, it's a good time to buy. Like so right now, say stock wise, I've been buying a lot of Nintendo stock, and I've been buying Rifts. If you know what a Rift is, Rifts are, they're how can I say it? They're real estate management companies, and you know what? And they they buy big high rises and they have rent and they collect rent every month. And so if you own a share of Rift, you know what? They have to take that rent money and then they have to divvy it. You know what? They have to spread it out with their stockholders. So they pay it monthly, so you get a monthly dividend every month. So depending on how many shares you own, is like how much you get per month. So right now I've bought enough Rift stock to I'm about like at $75 a month. And which is pretty good. I mean, it's like if I didn't do nothing, I just kept that share and kept it, I would get $75 a month every month for the rest of my life. As long as them companies are in effect, I will still get because by law they have to. By law, they have to pay you a dividend because they're collecting rent. So, Rifts are pretty good investments. I never did watch Blightbond. I don't know who that is. I might check them out. See, Doc Trey making YouTube Shorts before YouTube Shorts was even a thing. Facts. Facts. Bear with me, good people. I'm trying to keep the voice together. This is SOC said, I remember your Switch Lite video. I was one of your first subscribers. SOC is facts. Facts. Gaming Dad doesn't know about Suburban Savage. I do not. I do not. The Newswave video, if you were curious. Hold on. Is that the video I was in? I wonder. I gotta check that out. Said the NX times were driving me crazy. I even called Nintendo to see if they would spill the beans. Yep. So yeah, NX, man, that was, man, listen, it was just like, it was something about every day seeing some form of new video pop up and be like, I used to be thirsty for it. I ain't gonna even lie. Like Super Metal 64, oh man, his stuff, man, used to be so good, so compelling. You're like, oh man, I really believe what he's saying. And then when it didn't happen the way he said, I was like, oh no. I felt bad for him. And so, see, speaking of Nintendo investing, the investors report comes out tomorrow on their finance. You know what, man? I just wonder, man, where's Nintendo going to be when those finances drop? Like console sales wise, that's going to be interesting. I mean, I'm just gonna sit back and really try to absorb as much as I can and try to figure out which direction they go in. Like, like who's gonna press them with the questions this time? Is somebody else gonna pay $40,000 to say they asked Nintendo a question? I wonder. I wonder. I forgot how many. I think it's like a limit of shares you have to have before you can get asked a direct question. Yeah, so I'm excited. Yep, matter of fact, yeah, he's supposed to come out the 7th. So yep, tomorrow. I'm done. Is I think China's ahead of us, right? So is the 7th today in China? I gotta get that. I gotta figure that out. I know somebody on this chat is probably smarter than me when it comes to this time. You probably figure it out. CMJ said, "What do you think about Hogwarts Legacy?" If from what I watched IGN's video today, and it looked good, man. It looked good. I mean, I saw some of the things some of the little small issues they was having on PS5, but excuse me, I'm sorry. Yeah, bear with me. But I saw some of the little small issues they was having on the PS5, but it didn't deter me to want to buy it. Now, I'm just curious of how it plays and runs on PC, and if I hope it runs sufficiently on the Steam Deck. Now that's going to be the tale of the tape. Yep. One thing about Hogwarts Legacy, to me, it doesn't need to have like this. Like I could think I can probably really enjoy it on Steam Deck too, because it doesn't absolutely need to have the finest of fine graphics or whatever. So hi Chair, please go back to covering the Switch mostly. Was having a go at not trade for saying misinformation. Oh, just watch as Nintendo Switch outsells the PS2. It's 9:55 a.m. on the 7th of February in China. It's just about 11 a.m. in Japan now, so they will be up when you wake up, or probably 12 a.m. if you stay up. Nah, shoot, man, I gotta go to bed. Your boy gotta go to work tomorrow. Super MJ, what's going on, man? Oh, you know what, man? Look, the whole time I didn't put Retrospect J on the Oh yeah, I put him with the RJ. Let me put his whole name on there. On the board. Retrospect J, got you on the board. Super MJ was a winner from last week. Oh, Super MJ, listen, you won last week, so you can't win twice. Can't win back to back weeks. Say hello, can't win twice in a row, but want to still rig the wheel results. All right. Listen, I can do that. I can do that. Super MJ Twitch. Sonic. Hold on real quick. I'm just typing these names on the wheels of steel. All right. CMG says, how's the basketball season went? Man, we lost in that second round of playoffs, both my JV and varsity. I ended the year, JV was 11-5, and varsity was 10-6. But you know what, man? Listen, for it to be my first year coaching, trying to change a culture, trying to build tough kids, it's tough. It's tough, man. I got to do some things differently. But I enjoyed it. It was a lot harder than I anticipated it to be. Matt, shout out to all head coaches around the land. So if you want, and you can use, okay, makes sense. It's because the Switch is having a hard time running games. It it is. It's like, you know what? I wish I wish they would have still pulled the trigger on the Pro, even if the plan was to come out with a new system in 2 years. If they'd have come out with a Pro, I think they could have prolonged. You know, they could have won. It would have upped the sales because you have so many people that would have upgraded. Yeah, I think when we're gonna look back, I think that's probably gonna be a, a bad decision for Nintendo financially. They should have just pulled the trigger and went with a Pro anyway. Even if it would have sold out, even if it would have been hard to get, um, people would have, it still would have continued to catapult their sales. And I bet you some games that get held back and delayed would get the opportunity to come out and still thrive. All right, good people. Let's see. All right, got 14 people on the wheel. Let's get into some news. All right, let me get my switch on. Boop, boop. All right. So Nintendo, Sony, and Xbox reporting skipping E3 in 2023. And so, of course, everybody across the gaming land have said that E3 is dead. I don't think it's quite dead yet, but man, it's on life support. Um, and the question I posed, even is it still worth going to E3? And you know what, I still want to go. You know what, but believe it or not, it might be more entertaining to go to PAX East. I think PAX East might be the better move because I bet you at PAX East, Nintendo can probably have a presence, and they're probably gonna show off. You know what? They might even have some gameplay of Zelda. Man, you know what? Man, I hate this for E3 because E3 has always been a staple of my video game life. You know what I'm saying? Ever since the beginning, back when you was hearing about E3 out of after reading, what I'm saying, gaming, not Game Informers, but what was that other magazine? Oh, I hated the you get so used to hearing Game Informer. It's the other one though. It's the what is that gaming magazine? Help me out. I know somebody else remember it. I can't think of the name of it. But it was this really popular gaming magazine, and that's how I used to read to try to figure out what was going on, what happened at E3 and things of that nature. And so now to have an opportunity to go, because I'd never been to an official E3. I went to that one year they canceled E3 and they had E for All out there in LA. I went out and checked that out. But no, it wasn't Nintendo. It wasn't. It's not Game Informer. It's not Nintendo Power. It's another mainline EGM, Electronic Gaming Monthly. There, I know it's come to me. When the EGM magazines would come out, to me that's how you found about what's going on with E3. And so I really want to go this year, but man, it's like if the big three not gonna be there, what am I going to see? If I'm going to waste my money and go out there around the time, what am I going to see? That's the kicker. That's the kicker. All right, let's get into some comments real quick. CMG says, "Yep." So I'm on the Steam Deck right now. I'm telling you, man, people they understand that I stream on Mondays, but they try to call me. I'm like, why are you calling me? I'm just streaming. So, so are we going to get on the wheel? Started soon. Probably not soon. Let's see what time is it now. Now you got a little while before the wheel starts, but it always happens at the end of the show. Hey, did anyone buy that 200? Man, hey, you talking about that Nintendo Switch Lite controller? That's pretty much the price you're gonna spend to buy that controller. Man, I'm not. Listen, a regular to do what I need to do. I don't need to be that professional of a game player that I gotta spend $200 on a controller. I think I don't know if listen, I don't want to misquote, but I think the different packs are this the kind of region Pacific, so it's like instead of having like one big show, they can get that money from different regions, and but usually Pack East is the biggest one out of all of them. Never mind, Game Informer is way too new. Retro J said I'm really disappointed. I was going to go back in 2020. Yeah, you know what? Retrospect J. I was going to. Um, my plan was to. I had bought my ticket. I bought my media pass. I got registered. I was ready to go, and then COVID hit, and it's like it just killed everything. So, and I really wanted to go because I was like kind of like 2020 was like I was still in my channel's infancy. So I figured like hey, going out to goes going to take my channel to a different level just by providing content, being live and there. And it didn't happen, man. It was just kind of this a suck. It just kind of sucks hard. But you know what? That's what I'm thinking about going to Pack East. I registered today. I don't know how that works. I went fill out the information. Like if I know my wife would be down for me going, but I think she would like that. I'm going, so she'll probably want to go with me. So I don't know. But if I get accepted, I think I might just try to make that Pack East trip, which would be dope because I've never been to Boston. Did you hear about Nintendo World won't let anyone with waist size 40 and up? Oh, I'm glad I'm like right that borderline. I'm like 37, 38. Dang. Oh, listen, I tell you, a couple of my sons won't be making it on there. I'm glad you said it. I'm gonna say this to my son Joshua. It might motivate him to work harder when he works out. Size 40, golly, he right at the cuff too. Size right as Japan, so it's too small. Yeah, they was not thinking about the West when they came over here. They're going to have to make some adjustments when they come to Florida. Going to have to, man. They're going to have to look at the body types in Florida. That's not going to work. So I can't get over this at all. What you talking about, CMG? Oh, Game Pro. I remember Game Pro, man. That was good too. See, really, Game Pro was really Game Informer because Game Pro was used to get Game Pros when you had that was before that merger of GameStop and all of them. I feel you on that gaming dad. That has to be annoying. Yeah, $200 on a controller. I thought $80 was a lot for a Switch. Yeah, $200, man. Just like no way. Said better cut out the little Debbie cakes. You know what? That was my first time all month. You home to the bag? No, it wasn't. My second time because my wife's birthday was this month, and I don't know if you got a Publix around you, but man, Publix, that grocery store, man, they makes the best cakes, and especially their carrot cake is like top notch. And the one thing I'm about to start drinking all this fluid before I'm like, hey, I'll be right back. Nintendo's about to face a class action lawsuit from the Florida Sweethearts. Right, discrimination. Nintendo is fat shaming. Oh, I can see it now, buddy. Oh man, I can see it now. But back to E3, man. Listen, I really hope, man, that when they officially release like their vendors, that they have enough, vendors there that will make my trip, will make the trip, say memorable. I wish Nintendo had a booth. I mean, y'all remember, man, the year they had Zelda, and Zelda was the only game you can play at E3. I wanted to go so bad. I wanted to go just so I could see that venue and how they had everything set up. Breath of the Wild was the only game they showed at E3. I wanted to go, but could not. Your boy wasn't game. You don't believe it or not, I was gaming dad, but I really wasn't gaming dad. The Rick Rude used to call the Fast Sweethearts in the 80s. Man, you took me back. Rick Rude. Man, wrestling was so good in the 80s, man. Wrestling was so good, man. Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Oh, man. Jimmy Five Snooker. Oh, Junkyard Dog. JYT. Yeah, man. Man, that was when wrestling was like the stuff. Even before, like, you had the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov. Oh man, them brothers, man. Wrestling was, man, that should be the stuff back when I was a kid. The Iron Sheik had them pointy shoes. They did a documentary on about them. I think I watched it on Crackle. It was good. It was really good. Said WWF back in the early 90s was good too, because you had WCW, that little merger. You had NWO. Back when The Rock first came out, man. Shoot. Came out there with that eyebrow, and he had that little piece of hair that I'm so glad he cut off. Okay, I'm not gonna say that, Ruben. Oh man, yeah. Listen, back in them early days in the Undertaker, and then Stone Cold, I used to have a shirt that said "Stone Cold said so." Yeah, wrestling should be really good, man. I don't know. I haven't gotten into wrestling of late, so I've bypassed wrestling right now. Let's see. Well, but E3, man, I really would like to make it happen, man. It just, I'm gonna have to wait till they release some vendors. The question, this is a good question, because what, last year, when E3 didn't happen, what, Nintendo didn't have a direct. They postponed. Matter of fact, they do Nintendo. Okay, let's go back. Let's take it back a step. We got a good understanding that there's gonna be a direct this week. But if the rumors are true, and that Nintendo's gonna have a light second half of the year, I don't think they're gonna have a direct at E3. Even right that time, I believe, if the rumors are true, that Nintendo will not have a direct until later in the year. We're gonna get 2 directs this year, with 2 mainline directs. We might get that partner showcase, stuff again. But if Nintendo is already, if that rumor is true, I'm just saying if it's true, they're already light on material. What they really gonna show? It's gonna be a partner showcase for E3. It's not gonna be a big time E3 direct. Oh, now Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Oh, see, listen, y'all taking me back, boy. Yeah, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat was my guy. Before Rey Mysterio, it was Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Andre the Giant. I remember when Hulk Hogan finally slammed him. Yeah, but that is my prediction. If the rumors are true, and if I mean, I don't. That's why. That's why this E3, not E3, but this direct is, to me, it's gonna be huge because, I mean, not huge as it's gonna be a lot of games. I'm not huge like for Nintendo because it's gonna really dictate and tell a lot. Cause we know about a lot of stuff they can kind of plug in here, they kind of fluff it up, but long term, what are going to show that's going to be beyond Zelda? What could they show beyond Zelda? I don't know. It's more of, this is an E3 where it's more mystery. I'm less hyped, but I'm more inquisitive of what could be shown. Cause I don't know. I think some people are gonna be disappointed. So didn't RGT do a video saying that there was no big games planned after that? Right. So the rumor has it that one of the reasons why Nintendo decided to back away from E3 is because of their light release schedule after Zelda. And so if that is true, if that rumor, like I said, it's a rumor, it's not official. So if that rumor is true, then I mean, I don't foresee them have. It's going to be a partners direct for E3. It's not going to be. I don't think it'll be a full fledged E3 unless Nintendo does something crazy and said we're going to announce new hardware. So I don't. I mean, I don't know. It's one of them things. I'm more curious about this direct here. I think this is a big full fledged direct, and to me, they need to announce a couple. They need at least 2 games. I hope they shadow drop um Hollow Knight. That would be so great. I'd be so happy for that. I don't care nothing about Advance Wars. If you guys like it, hey, I love it for you. It was never one of my cup of tea anyway. So, but now Hollow Knight, I'll be happy for that. And I hope that we get a couple GameCube. If we get them GameCube remakes, to me as a Switch fan, as a swan song, I'll be happy for that. I'll be all right with that. Long as one of them is Metroid. If one of them is Metroid and F-Zero, if those games to come true, and if they somehow some way get Kid Icarus in there too, then the rest of the year to me will be all right, especially they space them properly, and then we'll be all right because next year, hopefully we'll get a new system. So they could show a lot, but they won't. Yeah, that's the point about Nintendo. They could throw some some heavy hitters in there, but I think they just want to kind of keep you on edge. But you know what? They lose momentum because they're starting to lose this console war. More and more PlayStations being on store shelves. People are picking them up. They're buying them left and right because they want the new experience. And everybody they mom already got a Switch. To now nowadays people are buying, if you buying a Switch, you buying because you broke one. You need to get another one. People are not just buying like it's not first time experiences anymore. Like, oh man, I never had a Switch before. Little kids are getting Switches because little kids that were too small 2 years ago and now of age, and they're getting a Switch. I got kids on my basketball team. They on the bus ride there. They're playing their Switches. To the games. So, but they still losing momentum. I'm not gonna spend too much time on the story here, but to me, this game shouldn't have been canceled because they need more content like this. I'm glad a lot of these games and services are dying because I never invested them anywhere, and I always said like, man, this is a bad look because once you get into it, it's too many of them. It was too many of these free to play battle royale, buy this, buy this, buy this. People don't got time for that, and not in this economy anyways. With inflation going up, people don't want to say, right, I'm just gonna give you all this money, keep buying upgrades. It's crazy. But EA reportedly canceled its single-player Apex Legends game. If it was a first-person shooter and had a good story, they should have rolled with that. They could have sold it for a dirt cheap price, $15-20. People would have bought it, put it on multi-platforms. To me, another wasted opportunity. But what happens when you think about, I just think about EA just being a greedy company. But you got a greedy company like this, man. They just care about money, money, money. They don't care about, this could provide a valuable experience for our consumers and build brand loyalty. People ain't thinking that way. But shout out to EA for another dumb decision, like not having Madden on the Switch. I digress. Also, this is being worked on by Respawn. It says it was discovered that EA and Respawn Entertainment was working on a brand new single player adventure set in the Apex Legends universe. And you had Respawn on it too, and you canceled it? Dum-dums. All right. So if Hollow Knight devs filed new trademark for Fearless Fox, I mean, they working on a brand new game. So this tells me that this game is done. Done, son. If this game is done, just go ahead and drop that bad boy. Stop playing with us. I'm ready for this game to happen today. But the good thing about it is Team Cherry is working. I think it's Team Cherry. Is working on a new project. That's a great thing. And a mere fact, if they're working on a new project, then this one's probably been done. It's probably one of the games that's been done. They said somebody's giving them some money just to hold tight. Don't worry, when we drop this bomb, we're gonna drop it. It's gonna be good. So this is a game here that whenever it comes out on a physical version of this, I'm gonna pick this one up for sure. Steve says, I saw a lot of PS5s at Walmart, GameStop, and Target this past weekend. I did too. Like randomly, and they was getting paid. People was buying them too. It wasn't like they were just people was looking. They was like, oh my goodness, PS5, and they was like, oh, let's buy it now. It's like, I get it. But I think the more and more we see the more saturation these PS5s hit the market, and the more good games they keep putting out there, people gonna start looking at that Switch in a totally different aspect. You know what? To me, like, if their policy is to keep the momentum, they should have dropped it. I still feel like they should drop a 2D Mario. I think you need more than just Zelda, because Zelda's a different game. I mean, people are gonna buy Zelda in droves, but it's to keep that momentum hype. A 2D Mario, you bring out a 3D Mario when a new system come out. To me, that's been dope. But I digress. Steven said, do you think Chrono Trigger will get a remaster or a port announced? Once again, if they smart, they will remaster this game. Because the nostalgia alone is hype in this culture, and being that the Switch is such a RPG heaven, this should definitely get a remaster or a remake or even a next entry in the series. I think financially, a next entry in the series, they should do both. Do a next entry and a remaster. Do the remaster, get people back into it. Do a brand new one on new hardware, and make it, exclusive to that new hardware. And then you got something going on. Yep. So let's see. I wanted to talk about these games as a service. Real quick, for those of you who are Fortnite fans, Fortnite second Dragon Ball collaboration blast out of the battle bus today. My son was hyped for this here. He told me about it. I figured I'll share. Some of you guys might be Fortnite fans. All right, I'll just take it from this title here. It says another free to play game bites the dust as Knockout City closes in June. There's a lot of these free to play games that has been biting the dust, man, and I say with a whole heart, good riddance. I listen. I'm sorry. I didn't play Knockout City. I did play that one game. What's it called? It was kind of like a Splatoon clone. I forget what it's called, but it was Ninjago. I did play that. You know, and these free to play games, they're fun in the beginning, but you know, once you get into it, then you spending money. It's like it's the concept of drug addiction. You know what? Hey, I give you a little bit. You like it. You do like it. You want some more? It's gonna cost you. That's why I was like, man, never a big fan of these games, man. It's like, you know what? You're not gonna continue to milk me because I want to look different in games. And the whole practice is predatorial. It's predatorial against, you know what I'm saying? Who I listen to these kids and they talk about buying Fortnite skins. I wonder how much money they've made this on Fortnite skins. So you get all these people, man, they dig into this stuff and they spend all this unnecessary money to play these games. It's like, man, I don't even want that. It's bad enough, you know, so you got to pay for battle passes and you know what, or you got to, you know what, NBA 2K they doing the same thing. It's like, man, I don't even play that. I'm like, man, if I'm gonna play, man, I'm gonna play Lakers versus Boston, and I'm gonna play in the call of the day. I'm not diving into all that extra. Make my team do this here, pay for attributes, man. I don't got time for that garbage. Let me get to some of these comments real quick. Did that Ninjago? I think that's one of the games shut down yet? No, they haven't officially announced it yet. Ninjala, I think it's Ninjala. Why are free games shutting down? I've seen some KO knockout, but never really committed to getting the game. Because they can't. These games, for them to make money, they need for you to interact and be on the game consistently. And these companies, they make these concepts that sound good in the beginning, but they don't have the staying power, and so they don't think about that. So, Fortnite has a great little niche. They started, you know, at making these deals with these different brands, bringing the brands in somehow. You know what? You get LeBron James, and you get like, you know, you get Marvel characters. Now you get Dragon Ball Z characters. You know what? You know, as they sign these different brand deals and put them into the game, and you get opportunities to extend the life of the product. And so, and all these little small service games don't have it. You know, Destiny at least has a pretty good story. So you paying for the story and you paying for the ability to, you know, to shoot and kill. So these games just don't have it. So I'm saying good riddance. I hate free to play games. You know what? Make the game and then sell the game. I'm tired of paying for DLC. I'm tired of playing for extra. The only games that I feel like, you know, like Smash Brothers, to me, they had a legit, their model was dope because you wanted to play with these new characters and then you got these big time reveals. So they made it a spectacle. So did I still like it? I didn't like it paying for it, but I felt like I got my money's worth. To do a skin and buy V-Bucks, I think that stuff is a waste of money. I'm just saying. Steven says, I'm mad at Chobo GP because Square charged money for the game and then locked everything behind microtransactions. It wasn't even a free-to-play game. Yeah, see, that's the stuff I'm talking about. If I pay full price for the game, I shouldn't have to pay for no extra down, extra play, and and even with even with that game there, it's like, man, it wasn't even that exciting to say, you know what, now I want to pay for this extra, or I got to grind the game to death to get to it. Man, I don't have time for that. I just saw Hi-Fi Rush. Yeah, they got Hi-Fi Rush for the on Steam, I think. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm sorry that these free to play games is hitting down fast, but I prefer to have a game and have it all on the disc. I hate games that I hate games that gotta have updates. Go back to old school. You know what? When they released the game, they released it. It was done. That's it. Off the next game. And when you was done with that game, you're done. But now you know what, they find ways to stretch games longer to keep you, all in tune to it. Have y'all seen the poster? The poster, I want one. I hope they I hope they give away this poster. That's a dope poster, man. Super Mario Brothers movie coming out in April. That's a dope poster. I want one bad. I want one on my wall. Nintendo, hear your boy. I want one of these posters. I would pay for one of these posters. So if you go to the movie theater and they're giving out these posters, get your boy one. That's a dope poster. That listen, man, that's beautiful, man. I'm just saying. Bowser look. I mean, I think this movie is gonna be a lot better than what people are giving it credit. But that's a great poster, man. I thought this was a dope story. If you played the Ori games, man, the mere fact that this title exists, I'm like super hype. And then, don't know what kind of game they're coming out with. Don't know the title of it, but Moon Studios, director on next game, it says Ori was our Mario. This is our Zelda. That says so much. That game, it's going to be great. And just the mere fact that he put those in words, I'm so looking forward for this to happen. So free then in-app games make money in their own way, but blank for a game is a one-time sale for that game. I agree, but you know what? But the process of the in-app purchases can become addictive, and so once you pay it, if you pay that one price, I know I'm paying $70. This is for the game, great. But their prices are constantly updated. Before you know it, you didn't spend more than you would pay for just a regular game. And little kids, middle schoolers don't understand that concept. That's my issue. I just think those actions are very predatory towards kids who are not mathematically inclined to understand the value of the dollar. You have kids out there taking their parents' credit cards and charging $1 million in V-Bucks, and their parents trying to rush to request a refund. Yeah, so can't wait to see when this next game. But this is a Microsoft game, so um, this could be on Game Pass whenever it drops. I hope it gets revealed this year at E3. Detective Pikachu 2 film is still active in development. I mean, I think that's pretty good because the first Detective Pikachu was pretty decent. I mean, it wasn't gonna win an Oscar or nothing, but it was still a pretty good movie. So I think this would be pretty good for the Pokemon company. Even though like the latest Pokemon, you know what, I guess was pretty good. I didn't buy it, but I bought it for my son, so I can only imagine if when you have a movie tied in, if more like if they have a game and a movie come out at the same time, it's gonna sell like bunkers. Play MLB The Show 23 on Switch for free later this month. All right, let's see. Let me see if I can read the article. Okay, I agree. So February 21st. As a matter of fact, February 15th. That's next week. So if you want to play MLB The Show 23 free for roughly about 6 days, so it'll start February 15th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and run until the 21st. MLB The Show ran really well on the Switch. I mean, it wasn't as good as, your PS5, but for it to be a portable, baseball experience, it was pretty good. So, and PlayStation does it again by putting it onto the Switch. Appreciate you. And I'm trying to think what it. So MLB The Show arrives on March 28th. If you do opt with a physical version, an additional download will be required. One thing also missing from the Switch version is the Stadium Creator. Man, people got time on their hands. I buy baseball games to play baseball. I don't want to create no stadium. I don't want to do all that creative build up bear stuff. You know what? I just want to, it took me a long time to create my player. I was like, man, I want to just play the game. It's players in the NBA that play the game. Let me just pick a player and go that route. I mean, maybe it's me. But that's later this month. MLB The Show. We talked about this early in the beginning of the show, man, but you know what? Am I happy for Nintendo? Probably not. I'm not happy for Nintendo, but they got off on a technicality that's true to the game. You know what? I had Joy-Con drift issues in the beginning of the Switch. Luckily, I had insurance, so I didn't have to pay. I bought the insurance when I first bought the Switch, so I was just able to take that. I was able to take that Joy-Con back, and they gave me a new one. But since then, all my Joy-Cons have worked. My son has broken Joy-Cons, but he's hard on games. He tears them bad boys up. That's on him. And that's how I looked at it. Like me personally, man, I haven't had Joy-Con drift issues since that first year. And all my Joy-Cons, even my third-party Joy-Cons, work. I'm just saying. But I guess shout out to Nintendo for winning. But I just hope they go ahead and this next Switch, they solve those issues. I think they owe it to their fans and everybody that bought the first Switch to solve those issues. GT says we need to get a PC version MLB. How does the Switch get a version but PC? That's a good question. I was about to say 100-something million units, but that really don't matter on Steam. It's probably way more Steam players than that. I don't use Joy-Cons except the ones on my Switch Lite. It's on my Lite. I like Pro Controllers. Yeah. But sometimes, when you're in a pinch, or I'm trying to pack light, and then, all I got is my Joy-Cons, then that's when I use them. To use them as everyday controllers, I'm like you. I use a Pro Controller, or I use some form of add-on. But, yeah, I agree with you on that one. Yeah, so hopefully Nintendo can now make some updates and make a version 2 Joy-Con if since there's no class action lawsuit pending unless they refile. I don't think it's worth refiling at this standpoint. Yeah, so they probably won't, to be honest. They probably just wait to that next system, but either way it go, I just hope there's plans to fix these issues so we have to keep going back. Let's look at Capcom's updated its all-time best-selling games list. All right. So number one all time is Monster Hunter World. That's crazy. But look at number two. Monster Hunter Rise is at almost at 12 million. That's pretty good. Um, I never did play Monster Hunter World, but Monster Hunter Rise was pretty good. Resident Evil 7 is almost at 12 million too. You know what? People listen to me. That's the scariest Resident Evil. That Resident Evil was scary. You know, I didn't even though I own Village, I didn't even play it yet. But Biohazard, man, that game was scary. It was times I had to get off the game. Like, man, no, I gotta go to bed. Too crazy, too hot. Um, but I am shocked to see that Resident Evil 4 is not on their top 10 list. That Resident Evil 5 and 6 was sold more than 4. That is crazy. Like the best Resident Evil game is not on the list. That's bonkers to me. Resident Evil 2, okay, yeah, I see how that made it to that number because they started discounting it like crazy in the end. Street Fighter 5 at 7 million. Resident Evil Village at almost at 7.5. I will tell you though, Resident Evil 4 is going to probably jump to that. I don't know if it won't overtake Monster Hunter World, but it's going to be in that top 3 for sure. It's going to overtake Resident Evil 7 as the best Resident Evil. That's just my opinion. Because the game is so good by itself. Oh, let me get out of here. And speaking of Resident Evil, I know I got a Resident Evil story. I saw it earlier. All right. So Resident Evil 4 Remake is removing quick time events and adding side quests. Oh, I don't know how I feel about that. You know, my thing is like, man, stay true to the game, man. Listen, you can add side quests on top of the quick time. The quick time events was, you know what, that's part of the game. But I guess, you know what, I'm not going to read the article because the majority of the article said in the title. What I want to talk about is that I I just hope they don't change too much of the game where it goes away from its core principles. As long as the core of the game is together, I prefer that you just stay true to the game as much as you can. But you know what? I mean, it's gonna be interesting in some of these side quests. It probably added like a nice new flavor to the game. But just wanted to address that real quick for those who are Resident Evil 4 fans. It comes out in March. Can't wait. Nintendo Direct supposedly happening the 7th of February. And you know what? At first I believed that this was the date. That we were going to hear about that because of their financial meeting, but we still haven't heard anything. And I haven't checked Twitter lately. Let's see. Let me look at Twitter real quick. Let's see. I wonder what's. Let's, no, I don't see nothing yet. Nope. I keep checking Nintendo. I got my alerts on Nintendo. Hopefully that they go ahead and announce. I think they maybe announce tomorrow. I think tomorrow they announce it and maybe it's Thursday. I think that's how they should do it. Let the direct be Thursday. Announce tomorrow. Give us a couple of days to kind of get ourselves together, and then if they have a direct and if it's early in the day, your boy is taking off work, and I'm coming home to stream. Sorry, good people. I have to. Can't keep that in my system. It got to go. But yeah, let's see. Read some of these comments. So using the eShot card you gave me last week, I've been enjoying Unravel 2. One, I was upset, didn't work on Steam. I'm stuck on Challenge 3 and 4 optional. One thing I like to add, though, could Switch games transfer to Switch Pro, and how? They'll probably make you, they're probably going to somehow, some way tie that into their Nintendo Online account. They're going to force you to save the cloud save your games, and then it's going to be backwards compatible. There's no way they would announce a new system and then not be backwards compatible. I think that would be really, really bad for them. But how that worked, I mean, I think they somehow, some way they're gonna have they either gonna have to some form of emulation, or they're gonna have to have that that Tegra chip is gonna have to be somehow, some way embedded into the Switch, or even this new system is going to have some kind of this chip is going to have to be able to run Tegra games, but it's going to be backwards compatible. No way, no way, no way they do that. It'll be so much outrage, boy. People will be ready to tear Nintendo down. All right, so I hope this direct is Friday. I mean, not Friday. I hope it's Thursday. That's to me. I thought today would be the day because of their financial meeting, but they maybe want the financial meeting to come, and then maybe they announce it to keep the stockholders off their back, and then lay it down on Thursday. So Nintendo download for 2nd of February 2020. So this is old, but the information might be relevant. Life is Strange 2 is finally coming out. What day is this coming out on? I think this is coming out on the 2nd as well. Mario Kart 8 booster game course pass DLC. When is that supposed to drop? It still don't. Okay, listen. Let me get to the article. I thought it had something great, but it did not. All right. I think that's about it when it comes down to. Oh, I did want to cover this here. It says, did you know gaming takes a look at canceled Star Fox? I forgot about this game, and you know what? And I really, really thought. I remember when they announced this game, and then all of a sudden it kind of quietly went away. They didn't like they announced it by the cancellation behind the scenes, unless I wasn't paying attention. GT says, it's 11. The finesse. Your Switch games only transfer to Pro if they pay. That listen, that's how Nintendo. That is how Nintendo gets you. If you want that storage to be able to switch, you can't just switch it from system to system. Your saves going to the cloud. They're gonna get you one way or the other. All right, good people. Listen, you know what I'm trying to think. Did we talk about everything we need to talk about? No. Greek retailers list Pikmin 4 with a May release date. I think my kids will probably care about Pikmin 4 more than me. Pikmin 3 was fun. I played it with them. But I'm not like, oh my goodness, can't wait to play the next one. It's like, okay, if I play it, I play it. If I don't, I don't. But my kids, they really love the multiplayer on Pikmin 3, so I can foresee this is happening. But May 23rd, oh man, I just don't know, man. That's really close to Breath of the Wild. To me, if I'm a game creator, I'm not releasing anything within that month of Zelda. I'm not even trying to compete with that. It's like, man, unless I'm not on a completely different system. If I'm, hey Josh, if I am releasing the game on the Switch, I'm not even coming close. I'm not doing nothing to the end of April. I'm not doing nothing in May. Just go ahead and release it for June because you know what everybody's gonna be playing. You either do it really early April, give yourself about a month before, or you do the end of May. End of May, beginning of June. Because people are gonna be playing Zelda. Let me put my son Josh on the board. Real quick, good people, look at the board. Make sure that you know what you are on the board. Short board tonight. Can we get ready to get in there? This is where Tears of the Kingdom have DLC like Breath of the Wild. Oh, more. Oh yeah, absolutely will. I hate that, but it will. GT says, "Put me on the wheel before we spin." Y'all really thought he was gonna win. All right, got you. Let's see. Oh no, how'd that happen? All right, there we go. Not guerrilla tactics. Gotcha. On the board. All right, we done 16 people today. 16. All right. God of War Ragnarok reveals staggering new sales totals. So God of War, I mean, when it first came out the gate, it was 5.1 million, and to double that, to get to I think they're at 11 million. Yep, so it says Santa Monica Studios informed fans that God of War Ragnarok has now sold 11 million copies in total. The figure is over double what we were last informed about Ragnarok sales and shows that the game was a huge hit over the holiday season. To put into context just how impressive the milestone is, God of War Ragnarok has now surpassed the last known sales total for The Last of Us Part 2, and it did it in a span of under 3 months. Shots. And I don't think it's done. That's the bad part about it. I think when it's all said and done, Ragnarok will probably sell close to 20 million when it's all said and done. Because I think God of War will continue to sell all the way through the life of the PlayStation. I think this is an evergreen title. It will continue to sell as long as, because you know they're going to drop it down in price, and so 20 million before it's all said and done. See, if I win, give it to your son, who will be a part of the Florida class action lawsuit against Nintendo. Oh. Sorry. Got to get it out. But no, you're not, man. He gonna get on it. He gonna get training with his father. We're gonna get him in shape. That's funny though. All right, I think. Okay, so this is the rumor they were talking about. IGN also says Nintendo has no heavy hitters after Zelda Tears of the Kingdom release on the Switch this year. So you know what, you can play around with this and say, hey, you know what do you mean? What do you mean, heavy hitters? You know, would Metroid Remaster be a heavy hitter? Does Nintendo consider Metroid to be a heavy hitter. That's why I'm like, you know what? This direct is going to really give us a good idea of what to expect. And I have this feeling we're going to be disappointed. Because I'm trying to tame down my hype. I think we're going to get a Zelda trailer, and everybody's going to be hyped about Zelda, but we know that's coming. We know it's coming. The question is going to be, what's after that? And I hope they can, give us an idea. But to me, I think Metroid Prime Remastered is a heavy hitter. This is Where's Mendez to break down heavy hitter based on Mario Party sales numbers. Yeah, man. Where is he at? That's so funny. So if I'm back to back, Candy. Okay, he's on the Candy. So I don't know, man. This direct is definitely. I hope I'm not disappointed, but I just got this feeling we're gonna be disappointed, and they're gonna have a 5-minute. It's gonna be 25 minutes long, with a 5-minute Zelda trailer, and then everything else. We'll probably get what you call it? What's the name of that game? The Advance Wars. We'll probably get that released. We'll probably get a firm date for Pikmin. They probably do a video for Detective Pikachu. I don't know, man. I'm just not trying to put too much into it. It's really not trying to put too much into it. PlayStation Plus subscribers should definitely claim the PS Plus collection games while they still can. And he's right, man. They got a lot of games in here that you want to get on your system. At least get in your catalog before. I mean, think about Persona 5, Ratchet and Clank, Fallout 4, Detroit, Days Gone, Bloodborne, Battlefield, Batman, Final Fantasy, God of War. I mean, they got some good games that's free. Monster. Oh, you know what? Since I didn't play, I need to claim it, huh? Because it's free. But definitely jump on this here before it's all said and done. And with that last story, let's back up out of here. We jumping over here to the wheel, ladies and gentlemen. We got 16 people on the wheel still. Your boy Gaming Dad is on there. And if I win tonight, who do I give it to? If I win, I'm giving it to Georgia Boys. If I win, Georgia Boys will reap the benefits of my W. So I have all those games, and I'm not subscribed to PlayStation Plus. Well, you a G. I couldn't buy all those games. All right, good people. Let's get into it. I don't know what that means, but first spin tonight. You know how we do. I ain't going through my spiel, but you know what? Let's start it off right. And dang, Josh. This guy on the board, and Josh is out of here. But Josh is still on the board because Guerrilla Tactics is on here twice. It's nice and has guaranteed Josh will get the dub if he wins. So that's 3. He had 3 spots on there. Guerrilla Tactics asks, who said anything about buying those games? Oh, man, that's funny. All right, who's up next? Captain Flex, and it's down to 15 people left. Ooh, CMG is out of here, ladies and gentlemen. It's out of here. He bites the dust. Ooh, man, I hope my voice get back. I hope it gets better overnight, because if not, school tomorrow gonna be terrible. I'm gonna be sign language and taking my kids. Last week's winner. You lose. And our first loser tonight is Super MJ. He's out of here, ladies and gentlemen. He's out. We'll keep it rolling and scrolling. Who's up next? God almighty, GT, ladies and gentlemen. Please blow him off the board. Joshua, you only got one more time. You got one more chance, Josh, to win. Hope you get it. Let's keep it rolling and scrolling. Who's up next to catch the flex? And it will be last week's winner is out of here again. All right, ladies and gentlemen, down to 11 people. Keep the wheel moving and grooving. And it will be Candy's first time off. And she is out of here. Ha. There goes the rig strategy. Oh, man. It's not rigged, man. I'm just hitting the button. Boom. Touch the screen. There it is. Let's get the rolling. Who's up next? And it will be Georgia Boys.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You get
nothing. You lose.
Good day, sir.
Georgia Boys is on here again because I have gifted my slot to him. And we're going to keep rolling. Got 9 people left. Candy is still on the board. Look at Candy. Candy Rubin. Retro J, newcomer tonight, man. Thank you for coming through, man. Definitely dig the commentary. But,
you lose.
Yeah, there. Down to our final 8, ladies and gentlemen. Our first winner tonight. Who's going to be that first winner tonight? And it's gonna be, oh man, Josh, you and Grid Tactics are our winner tonight, but
Fight. Better luck next time. Slug heads.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're down to our final 7. The number of completion. And Steve M.
Better luck next time.
Try it again next week, Steve. But you're out of here. Peace out. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Down to our final 6. Let's keep this wheel moving because my throat is not feeling well. And Georgia Boys, Gaming Dad, we are both out of here. Down to our last 5, staying alive. Who's up next to catch the flex? And it will be Dave Dub is out of here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, down to our final 4. Final 4, we got last week's winner, Super MJ, but he cannot win. So we down to our final 3. SOC, Candy P, Ruben. Who's going to get the dub? Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Just like candy. Ow. Good night, Candy. Peace out. And it looks like, ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. SOC is off the board.
You are out of here.
Super MJ can't win. And tonight's winner will be Ruben. Give a shout out to Ruben real quick. But for the sake of the game, let's just see who gets the official dub tonight. Who will it be? And it would have been Ruben anyway because Super MJ is out of here. And tonight's winner is Ruben. Check it, kids. Give him one more time. Shout out to Ruben with the dub. I think this might be Ruben's first or second time getting the dub tonight. Getting the dub on the show. And I'm glad we was able to provide those winnings for you. We'll get to these final comments before we get up out of here. Let's see. All right. How many days are there? Me, you, and Dave Dub. Yeah, I think that might be it. Anyone but the corrupt mod. SOC. Oh, man. I thought it was on it twice. It was on there 3 times. Yeah, yeah, you was on it 3 times. You had, oh, you know what? It should have been just twice though. But it don't matter. You still lost. KP said congrats to Ruben. GT said congrats. GG Ruben. Good night to all. Listen, good people, man. Listen, thank y'all for hanging out with me tonight. Prayed them out, I get a little better. My chest, this chest cold, man, it came out of nowhere. I think it's something in the air. I ain't the only person that had it. But good people, man, have a wonderful night, man. I pray that God be with you guys throughout the week. I pray that He blesses your endeavors, the things that you want to have happen. I pray that He blesses the things that come to your life, that He protects you from the enemy and all his divisive schemes. This is your boy Gaming Dad, and you know how I like to do. I didn't even do a drum roll. This is the first time I didn't do a drum roll. I'm sorry. But it is what it is. Your boy ain't feeling good. But you know how I like to end it in true fashion. And my boy Don Cornelius, rest in peace. Peace, love, and